Throughout human history, many inventions have influenced our lives in profound ways. Yet none has transformed the way we live as fundamentally as the emergence of the Internet. We are used to having instant access to any information, video, or pictures. But not only good things are evolving out of that. Ransomware and cyber attacks are at an all-time high. And with the rise of AI, attackers get new and more sophisticated threat techniques. So, how can we protect ourselves and our data? We still want to connect to our NAS, whether with our PC or with our phone, without complicated security measures. Next to Easy Connect, our own cloud connection, Tailscale can also be used to create your own secure network with your devices. Tailscale works especially well with your ASUSTOR NAS, and it comes with a lot of benefits that go beyond simple file transfers. But let's start with the basics. What exactly is Tailscale? Tailscale is a modern VPN built on WireGuard with a pretty straightforward idea. It creates a private network that links all of your devices together across different networks. Each device gets its own private Tailscale IP, and they can communicate with each other directly with encrypted end-to-end connections. And it's easy to set up. So instead of a traditional VPN provider where all connections are funneled through a central gateway, each device is connected with each other. This significantly reduces latency and improves connection performance. The main reason, however, why it's useful is that Tailscale with its own configuration can bypass the firewall between our devices inside our Tailscale network. So we don't need to open any ports or need to tweak our router settings. Tailscale handles all of that in the background while giving you an end-to-end encrypted connection. With Tailscale running, you can connect to your NAS even when using networks whose firewalls don't allow open ports, like Starlink networks. But how do we set it up? It's pretty easy. First, we have to create a new Tailscale account. It's for free, and the easiest way is to use your already existing Google or Microsoft account. We download the Windows installer and install everything. We log in with our account and press Connect. Now we've already connected one of our devices to the network. The next device we need to connect will be our ASUSTOR NAS. We go into App Central and search for Tailscale. We select the right app and install it. When we now open the Tailscale app, it opens a new tab where we can press Connect and add it to our network. A proper Tailscale network is nothing without a phone. With a Tailscale connection enabled, you will be able to connect to your NAS from any network, including from a mobile network. First, we have to download the official Tailscale app from the App Store on your phone. We add Tailscale as a VPN to our phone and log in with our account, like we did with our PC and NAS. In the Tailscale admin panel, we now have our 3 devices shown, and each can be renamed. Choose your names wisely, because Tailscale uses magic DNS to allow you to access your devices with the machine name you gave them. So this could be how our network looks now. We start with our PC as our first point and continue to our other devices. We have our NAS, our phone, and possibly a laptop. All of these devices are considered as both client and host, so they can connect to other devices while simultaneously can be connected by other devices. This setup is super flexible and can be scaled easily. Now, if we want to connect to our NAS with our phone, we will use either our Tailscale IP or DNS as IP to log in. We have AI Master and can log in without problems. But external apps like Image also work like this, or if we want to build a Samba connection with our phone or other SMB-compatible devices. The setup with your ASUSTOR NAS is super easy, But if you get problems connecting to your NAS, it is mostly because of one simple problem. Tailscale has a hard time running next to other VPN clients. So if, for example, your browser is connected with another VPN at the same time, it cannot connect to your NAS. So if you cannot establish a connection with your NAS through Tailscale, check if your other VPN service is connected and disconnected. But didn't we talk about the danger of the internet in the beginning of this video? Even with Tailscale on, my device is still accessible from the entire internet. How can Tailscale help protect us against these threats? Actually, this is pretty easy. With the firewall inside ADM Defender, you can specifically ensure that only your own Tailscale IP addresses have access to your NAS and all other connections are blocked. Let's take a closer look at that. If we go to ADM Defender and open the Firewall tab, we can create a new profile. In this profile, we are able to create a couple of rules. Rules higher up have a higher priority and are applied first. First, we will allow all IPs in the Tailscale range. Then we allow all IPs in your local network. Usually in your network, your IP can start with 172 or 192. Then we allow this IP range starting with 169. This is the general self-assigned IP range if DHCP is not available. That means if your NAS doesn't have a connection to your router, you can still connect it if you build a direct network connection to your PC. And now lastly, we finalize our profile by blocking all IPs. Ensure your rules are in the right order, and then activate your new Tailscale profile inside your ADM firewall. With this, you have a real-life example of how to combine your ASUSTOR features with Tailscale to fully protect your NAS against any threats from the internet. And a little tip at the end, if you have locked yourself out of your NAS due to firewall settings or something else, you can still soft reset your ASUSTOR NAS. Use a paperclip to press the reset button for 10 seconds, and your user and network settings will be reset.